So you know how it goes. You get one cabinet home, tore apart, begin the restoration, but before you can even get done, you just can't help yourself. So you know what that means. It's time to go get another one. Thank you, Nissan, for your backup sensors. It makes it a lot easier parking this truck in this garage. All right, so as you may have noticed, there is no trailer, there is no cabinet. Fox, what happened? Things don't always go as planned. So you saw that I picked up the trailer, headed down the road, everything was going great. As I started to get into the area, the neighborhood that I was going to pick this thing up, things started getting a little sketchy. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the deal is going to go bad. It's just one thing to take note of. The road started to narrow. I was going up a hill, and I was going down this other street. Like I said, you could just tell that it was just the whole neighborhood was in a bad shape, bad state. Kind of made me a little bit eerie, but it's fine. I've been into really, really bad places, weird parts of the world, rough parts of the world. That wasn't the end of the day. So for me, it's fine, whatever. But then I should turn on the road where the house was. It was a dead end road, really, really tight. Cars parked on either side, which is what you're not supposed to do. So I had to actually get to the dead end and turn around. That was fun with the trailer and everything else, backing up the trailer into somebody else's driveway. And then I turn around, and now I'm parked in my truck facing the way I came, and the house that I was supposed to meet the guy at is right there. There's no cars there. So I'm texting the guy. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Are you here? He said, no, I was down the road, but don't worry, I'm on my way. Okay, fine. No problem. No big deal. So I'm waiting. Now, as I'm sitting here, there's a car right in front of me with two guys sitting in the front seat. One guy sitting in the driver's seat, one guy sitting in the passenger seat up front, windows down, just sitting there. They don't seem to be doing anything weird. They're just kind of on their phone, sitting in their car. So fine, they're not bothering me. I'm not bothering them. Minding my own business, just sitting here waiting for this guy. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I see a car come down, and they stop. They go over on this side of the road. Then I see another car come, little like an SUV, like the size of like a Nissan Murano, or like I think it was actually an older Acura. So kind of a smaller mid-sized SUV. They pull up and they back into the driveway of the house where I was supposed to meet this guy. So I text him like, hey, what are you driving? He said, an electric scooter, LOL. Like, okay, just messing with me or what? So I'm sitting there waiting. Nobody gets out of this car that just parked. Two guys in the front, in the car in front of me, are still there. Then, lo and behold, down the hill comes a dude on an electric scooter. He's actually legit on an electric scooter. So I'm like, okay. Now he doesn't come up to me. He just goes right to the house. It's directly this way. Talks to whoever's parked in the driveway. Talks to them. They kind of go back and forth. Looks up in my direction, kind of points at me, and then goes back to his conversation. Doesn't try to flag me down or get my attention or even come to talk to me. He just talks to this person in his car. Super, like, dark tinted windows. I had no idea who was in the car. Couldn't tell if it was male, female, what. So that car moves, goes to another driveway. He runs inside the house. I think he goes inside the house. I couldn't see the front door. I just see him run towards the house, and then he's gone. No other messages. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Probably 5 to 10 minutes go by. Nothing from this guy. Like, no message, nothing. I don't see him come out of the house. I don't see a garage door open. This is one of those houses where, like, the garage, the driveway sort of slopes down into the house, and there's a garage underneath the house. I see nothing, no activity, nothing. Nothing's going on. This guy's still in his car. These two guys are still in their car. and I just felt really uneasy. And when you put everything together, I'm like, you know what, this just doesn't seem right. So I text the guy. I'm like, listen, I'm out. I take off. And of course, I get the what's going on? I head home. I don't know what was going on. It's possible that I just misread the whole situation. But as I'm sitting there waiting, all these different scenarios start rattling off in my head. You know, is this set up? Is there even an arcade machine in there? Were the guys in the cars going to jump me and take my money? Was it just a situation where he owed them some money and he's like, listen, swing by. I got a guy who's going to buy a cabinet and then I'll pay you the money. It's very possible that's all that it was. Was it even his house? I didn't see him go in. Was he like breaking in and he's going to sell me somebody else's stuff? Because the guy seemed kind of sketchy. Rolling up on an electric scooter is a little bit weird. And he, just didn't appear to be all there. Like maybe he might have even been strung out. I don't really know. Like I said, he was kind of across the way, so maybe I'm just reading too much into it. But like I said, your mind starts worrying. You starts moving and thinking about all the things that could go wrong. And to me, it just didn't make any sense. Not for an arcade machine. Now it is unfortunate. I talked to this guy. We went back and forth, and the cabinet seemed to be complete. Crazy Taxi sit-down version. I got him down to $900. And he actually volunteered that information, though. He's like, listen, here's my bottom dollar, $900. So I said, that sounds good. Great. So, yeah, I'm bummed that I couldn't get the sit-down version of Crazy Taxi for $900. But, it is what it is. And I think it probably goes back to the old adage that, something seems to be too good to be true. It probably is. So the search continues. My money stays in my pocket. I continue to look for that cabinet or other cabinets. It is what it is. But listen, as you go through this hobby, as you do this, if you try to seek out these deals, be cautious, be careful. At the end of the day, it's probably better just to err on the side of caution. Save yourself some money, some time, and some hassle. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, checking out the channel. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see all of you next time. All right, time to go back to work.